Everybody, I feel like the new kid on the block here with all of you people who've been here in the open classroom before. But I started at Northeastern a long time ago, actually. I went to law school here, and it was the only place I wanted to go. And when I decided that I couldn't stand the tire tracks on my back anymore as insurance commissioner, this was the only place I wanted to go. And it really is because of evenings just like this and classes for undergraduates and graduate students that aren't actually so different, because they talk about in their classes the theory, and they talk about what they have learned when they've been out on co-op or done one of these other kind of marvelous things that the students here are able to do. Because this university really believes that not only do you learn better, you learn deeper when you get to combine the theory and the practice. So I've been both in the private sector, and I was a state employee for more than 13 years, first as a judge and then as insurance commissioner. And I'm very much looking forward to a time when I can actually take a deep breath and say, what is the theory behind all of this? But I think for this class, the most important thing for me to be thinking about, and I actually taught a course about this last fall, is regulation. Everybody rants and raves about how bad regulation is. That is, if it is a regulation that favors your competitor, or if it is a regulation that keeps you from doing what you want to do. People actually like regulation when it assists them or keeps their competitor out of their business. So we have learned, and I talked to my students a lot about it last fall, about being skeptical about people saying they don't like regulation. They don't like the ones that don't favor them, but they can say, you know, regulation is bad, government is bad, unless you need it or you want it. So I think what I was really trying to say to my students is you need to be very skeptical when you are listening to people talk about government. And you need to be skeptical also when you're thinking about government, because what is good about government and what is not so good about government? The one thing that I really learned when I was both a judge and as insurance commissioner is the amazing people who work in government every day. And they come and they work hard and they care. Certainly in the Division of Insurance, almost everybody above a middle-level person had at least one graduate degree. These people could all be working somewhere else. Highly educated, very technical, very skilled at what they did, and they were there because they thought government was important and that they were doing something important for their community and their commonwealth. So I think we need to, and I'm sure all of you sort of understand that implicitly, but when you go to, you have to wait in line at the RMV or something, you're thinking, oh, why can't government do this better? It's not because they're not trying, because most of these people are trying very hard and care a lot about what they do. They may not have the resources, they may not have the support, but they really are trying. So our government is people. So we need to keep those people in mind when we are evaluating government and government theories. I can't wait for this year. This whole term is going to be wonderful to ask all these questions, to hear what you all have to say about the questions, and I'm sure we will learn as much from you, probably more than we will ever be able to offer you. So I'm looking forward to it, and turn it over to Barry.